Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Corbett Field at Victor High School. The 2-0 Hilton Cadets have made the cross-county trip here to take on the 2-0 Victor Blue Devils, a battle of undefeateds here in AA football. On the Varsity Media Game of the Week, I am Bill Smith with Coach Jim Andre. And Coach, Friday Night Lights looks real different in the April sun, but we've got an awesome afternoon for some football.
You know, this is going to be exciting. It's the best of the West when you got Hilton coming to town, and you got the beast of the East, which is Victor. This is going to be a great one. Both teams are 2-0, undefeated. There's an excitement in the air. These guys have had traditional battles, whether it's Mod A football, whether it's JV football, Mod B football. Both teams circle this game on their calendar, and here we are today.
We have two undefeated teams, both 2-0, who took two pretty different paths to get here. Hilton, a late INT, sealed a 13-7 victory over Pittsford. And then they overcame 3 turnovers in the first half versus Rush Hanyota last week to win by a couple of scores. Victor hasn't trailed yet this season, beating Edison 45-0 and then beating Fairport 28-7. Coach, 2-0 is 2-0, but that's two different routes to get to this point.
You know, Bill, you bring right into our keys of success for today. You know, looking at things, Victor, here's our key to success. Are they ready to battle? We know Hilton is. Okay, they've had 2 battles, and they've proven that they can be success in a battle. So Hilton, they've already proved that. So, for Victor, I'd say their key to success is they've got to get ready to battle. Looking at Hilton, for them to be successful, they got to catch Rashawn Baker behind the line of scrimmage, okay? And also, Hilton traditionally does that power run game. Man, they go power I, 2 tight ends, they come right at you. Hilton's going to spread the field a bit today. It's going to be an exciting one.
These are 2 very run-heavy offenses. Both teams run, as I wrote in my notes. We've got 2 of the highest ranking, I should say, running backs in AA. You've got Jason Bedford for Hilton, leading Division AA with 319 yards. And the Bucknell commit, Rashawn Baker, the dynamic runner, power runner, with 231 yards of his own. Coach, we're going to see a lot of running today. That's not to dismiss the passing game for both of these teams, but these are 2 power running teams. Is that going to be a theme? It's
going to be exciting to watch Bedford. I really like his athleticism, his explosion coming through the line. Valiant, same thing. He's got great vision. And then you got Rashawn Baker, who's also a great athlete. He gets that, he'll make you miss on that first tackle, and then he's off to the races. So if you're a person that loves to watch great running backs, tune in for this one, folks, because it's going to be a great one.
Siliberto and Trevor Knapp for Victor out doing the coin toss honors out there. Coach, it's early, but it's early in a 6-game season. These are 2 2-0 teams, only 6 games. Only 4 teams will actually make the playoff. Can we put the term, it's a cliche, but can we put the term must win on this?
You know what, you almost can. It almost has that feeling of college football. When you're watching college football and if a team loses in college football, you wonder, can they make that 14 playoff? It's really interesting because, you have to win, but remember, it's a power seeding system. So this is a game that really both teams want to get, because not only to make that top 4, but you want to have a good seed so you can host. This is unusual this year. You get to host all the way through the championships.
Member of the Hilton coaching staff, Todd Scacia, and I spoke yesterday about the game. He said the winner of this game will be in great position heading into sectionals. The loser will not be in, quote, dire straits. Love that reference. Yeah. But this getting a win here will make for good rolling down the road. And we are just about set for kickoff here. Victor kicking off the Hilton going left to right on your TV, computer screen, whatever you're watching this on. It could be a cell phone. But ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day. Let's get this game started. Nubber of a kick out toward the 30-yard line, picked up by the Cadets and taken out toward the 40-yard line. Picking up the ball out there. Hilton will take over right around the 40, 1st and 10 as we get this game underway.
I'm interested to see what is Hilton going to come out with formation-wise. Are they going to try and run right at Victor? Are they going to go that 2 tight end set, 3 running backs? They're going to spread the field. It'll be interesting to see. Victor right now looks like they got that 4-man line, 4 linebackers, that 4-4 cover 3 it might be called. And let's see how Hilton breaks the huddle.
Senior quarterback Landon Siliberto will bring in the play for the Hilton Cadets. Bedford in the backfield. His fullback Josh Graham will be set up right in front of him. Already a timeout on the field.
Looks like a traditional twin set for our football people out there. You've got your tight end on the one side. Actually, the tight end, interestingly enough, is towards the receivers. Looks like both receivers are off the line of scrimmage. So it's almost what you would call a trip set. I'm trying to get the number on the nearest lineman to us here.
That is Carter Clark, 16, the tight end.
Okay, so, all right, he is covered up, so he would be ineligible. This is an interesting formation. I like it.
Siliberto under center. Gave us to Bedford, first hand of the game. Bedford powers ahead for about a yard, buries himself right into the line.
You know, I thought Victor did a nice job coming upfield. One of the things we try and teach all of our players, you don't want to over pursue. You want to hit and sit, especially when you have quick running backs like Hilton has. If you over pursue them, they're going to take advantage of that. It gives you room between your front line and the linebacker. So, you know, defense has to pursue, but you don't want to over pursue.
Bedford coming off of a 219-yard performance last week against Rush Henrietta. He will be the lone back.
Looks almost like a double wing set here, Bill.
Valiant with the inside. Taken down near the line of scrimmage, maybe lost half a yard.
Really enjoy that offensive set of Hilton. They got that double wing formation, but at the same time, they've got two split ends. So not only are they spreading the field, you know, widthwise, but with those two wings, it leads up to some misdirection. You saw some misdirection right there.
3rd and long for the Cadets. This is a power running team, but you can't rule out Siliberto throwing, pardon me there, Siliberto throwing the ball, if I could say that one easily.
Really diverse offense out of Hilton so far with that double wing look.
Shotgun for the senior quarterback from Hilton. 3rd and 9, Hilton coming out from the 40-yard line. Dropping back. Pressure in the backfield and taken down. Siliberto dropped by Colin James, the senior linebacker for Victor.
Yeah, he's a kid that Hilton is going to want to cover up. I really like the idea of having trips to the one side, you know, one receiver to the other. That gives you a 4-receiver set. You know, everything in football, it's give and take. It's a great idea to have 4 receivers that help spread the field. It gets you the patterns you want. At the same time, you got to make sure you cover up those defensive ends because sometimes you're going to leave them unblocked, and that's what happened there.
Hilton will set up the punt here on 4th and long from inside their territory. Snap bounce, but recovering, getting the punt away. Good kick based on that situation, sent out of there. And taken down at his 30-yard line, the Victor returner, Cody Jensen.
You know, it's funny, Bill. Some languages in football are universal. Sometimes you hear coaches yell, no matter what team, poison, poison, get away from the ball. And that's that situation where, you know, Jensen did a nice job playing it, but sometimes you're wondering if coaches are yelling, just get away, because in wind, there's some wind coming across Coburn Field today. That football can take a real funny bounce.
Victor will send out their own senior quarterback, James Knapp. Number 11 on your screen, on your scorebook.
4 wide receivers right out of the gate. 1st and 10.
Shotgun formation for Knapp. Fakes a handoff, looks, fires, has his man cut, catches down there on the far sideline. About 9 yards goes Cody Jensen.
You know, Hilton's front 4 did a great job coming up the field, starting to put that pressure on. You saw a little play action. Okay, when you fake that handoff, that freezes those linebackers just for that instant, just for that moment, which allows that short pattern to get open.
2nd and short here for the Blue Devils. Hilton, or their own 38-yard line, I should say. Motion to the backfield. Gives to Baker. Baker ahead for 5 yards and more. Still going midfield. Crossing the Hilton 40-yard line. He's going to break away, and he's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You know, again, Rashawn's got that nice first step. You know, once he crosses that line of scrimmage, he could be gone. I thought Hilton took some really good angles there, but with Rashawn, you might have to take that little bit further of an angle. That front 4 of Hilton did a real nice job coming up the field, but again, you got to do what we sometimes say, hit and sit and find the football, and Victor capitalizes early.
Baker, I should say, for Victor, takes it to the house from 62 yards out, made that move and caught the sideline and got him way in. The try is good. Kick from Fiorica goes through, and we very quickly have a 7-0 score here. Victor on top of the Cadets.
You know what I like already is you've seen both teams offensively come out with a variety of formations, and I wish all high school teams would do that. Sometimes people keep it real, what I sometimes say vanilla, you know, pro right, pro left, and they don't really do much out of it. But these are 2 great coaching staffs, and you notice they got different guys, you know, in different places in the field, and that really helps keep your defensive coordinators guessing.
What does Hilton try to answer with here? I mean, it's very early. It's only 7-0. Hilton want to establish their own game, move the ball. What's the answer here?
You know, defensively, I thought Hilton did a great job coming upfield. But once again, sometimes maybe it's a big game, and sometimes the kids came upfield, they came across the line of scrimmage a little bit early. Maybe just get the guys together and say, listen, Hilton, we are a good football team. Let's just do what we've been taught, and good things are going to happen.
Valiant deep for the Cadets. Victor will kick off here with the early 7-0 lead. Want to thank everybody once again for being with us here on the Varsity Media Game of the Week. Early touchdown from Victor puts them up 7-0 over the Hilton Cadets. Want to mention everybody watching out there, your broadcast booth represents both of these schools. I myself, a Hilton teacher, standing side by side the coach here, a Victor teacher.
But Bill,
we got you covered.
I'm not wearing much blue and gold today. I tried to go more neutral. I tried.
I wearing the gray, but I got a lot of red and black on, so we're representing our schools. Kick is caught at the 30-yard line and brought forward. That's Hilton's Hubbard. He buries himself down there, gets about 6 yards. Cadets will take over around the 37-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see what formation they come out with. Hilton had some success, with that double wing misdirection. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of that coming up here as the game goes on.
Siliberto and Hubbard will run the play in for the Cadets. Just a beautiful April afternoon. Not something we often say when talking about football.
I know, it's really interesting. I'm enjoying it, though.
It's a gorgeous blue sky. It's crisp out there. It's cold. This is football weather, despite it being April. Shotgun formation. Siliberto takes the snap. Looks like he's going to run it himself. Gets around the left edge. Cross line of scrimmage. He's got about 10 yards driven, out of bounds near midfield. Gets about 15 yards of his own. First down, Cadets.
Siliberto looked really good on that. Slightly high snap. He handled it. It was interesting how he's rolling out to his left. He had 3 receivers to his right side. It's almost like they're trying to isolate and try and get that one-on-one coverage, to the left side of the field. But Siliberto did a great job, and it's dangerous when you have a quarterback that can run like that.
Siliberto, a dynamite athlete, brings the play in here for the Cadets. Just short of midfield. The spot here, 1st and 10 for Hilton. Valiant comes out wide, close to us. 2 back set here for the Cadets. Gave us to Bedford. Bedford through the middle. He's got a couple of yards. Driven down near the Victor 45-yard line. Gain of about 6. Cadets will have a 2nd and 4.
I thought Victor did a nice job getting to the ball with those linebackers. Up front 4. Keep doing a great job of penetrating, disrupt. You do not want to give these athletic running backs of Hilton that opportunity to get that 3 or 4 yard head of steam coming, because once you allow them to do that, they're going to go ahead and get those 5 yards because they are athletic and fast.
Bedford once again in the tail. Has his fullback in front of him there. That's Josh Graham. Give us to Bedford. Bedford trying to get outside. Fumble on the play. Picked up by the Blue Devils.
Wow.
Siliberto looking to take the man down. He does. But the Cadet fumble is picked up by Trenton Sherman, the Victor defensive back, and the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10 on the Hilton Cadet turnover.
That fumble on the ball, sometimes coaches, you're going to hear them say scoop and score, and they actually practice that. Football coaches do. In other words, the ball's on the carpet, the ball's on the ground. We teach our kids, don't just reach forward for it. Step across with your lead foot, get down, grab both noses of the football, bring it up, tuck it away, and try and make something out of it. It was a great scoop and run down the field.
Victor will take over at the Hilton 35-yard line, 1st and 10 on the Cadet turnover.
If you're from Hilton right now, Bill, you got to look at this as opportunity. Let opportunity defensively to make a statement here. Try and stop the Blue Devils and see what they come up with.
Knapp in the backfield. Baker to his right. Fakes a handoff. Pass incomplete over the top. Almost picked off. Dante Valiant running through there.
Yeah, Valiant did a real nice job reading that quick out ball by the Victor Blue Devils. He read it quickly. And, key to success defensively, the D-backs, the linebackers for Hilton, go ahead, make a break on that ball and try and make something happen, especially after a turnover like they just had.
2nd and 10 will come here from the 35. Knapp will come from under center here on 2nd down. Motion. Fake to Baker. Again, rolling right. Pass incomplete. Over the head. Looked like Jaden Tantillo.
Yeah, you notice he had twins into the boundaries belt, and all of a sudden they put someone in motion. So you're trying to read that coverage. What are they doing? Are they man-to-man? And that's the whole reason for putting people in motion is you want to see what the defense is going to do and how they're covering you.
It's actually 40, not 10. Correction. Third down and 10. We got third and long here for the Blue Devils. Still at the Hilton 35-yard line. Knapp under center. Barks at the line of scrimmage. Snap gives to Baker. Baker bottled up near the line of scrimmage. It does power ahead for about 3 yards. We'll have a 4th and 7 here.
Yeah, I think we're looking down 4-down territory. Can we hear, Bill? So we're looking at 4-down territory, I'm assuming?
I think early in this game, up 7-0 right here. That's probably the plan.
Again, this is an opportunity for Hilton to make a statement here with a big stop. The Victor Blue Devil offensive line is firing off the ball really well and low, and you're giving those opportunities for Rashawn to go ahead and make that first cut.
Be looking at a 50-yard field goal from this point, so I'm not picturing that being the option here. Knapp with the snap, rolling to his left, bottled up and taken down.
That was number 79 for Hilton right there.
In on the play, Carl Coons.
Carl did a real nice job of meeting pressure with pressure. He extended his arms, he ripped across, he went ahead and made that tackle. So Hilton's up front 4, again, doing a very nice job.
Casper with some pressure there for the Cadets as well. And a turnover on downs. Hilton will take over 1st and 10 from the Victor 32-yard line.
You know, it speaks to a lot where Victor had the knowledge defensively to scoop that ball, pick it up and run, but also speaks to Hilton. You know, here they are, their backs against the wall, and they come up with a big stop on 4th down.
Good stop by the Cadets. Valiant now in the backfield. Give us Dante. Dante ahead. Cuts through, gets ahead for about 7 yards, maybe 8. Closer to 9 now that I actually look here where the sticks are.
Yeah, great line surge out of Hilton. They come out with that 2 tight end set. An advantage of a 2 tight end set, it helps spread out that front defensive line of Victor, and that sometimes helps open up some more holes when you're willing to spread them out like that with 2 tight ends.
An unfortunate moment here following the play for any Cadet fans. Dante Valiant looks a little banged up. He's hopping as trainer Jeff Zink comes on to talk to him. We hope Dante Valiant will get that foot stretched out or whatever's going on there. Hopefully just a cramp. Is this maybe?
Might be early, but you never know for a cramp. But we certainly hope that if it is something like an ankle, it's better than a knee. An ankle you can tape up. A knee, sometimes we can't, but hopefully his ankle, Hilton can get that taken care of. Looking at a 2nd and short here, sometimes when you look at a 2nd and short, you're sometimes thinking opportunity because you can put different people in formations. You can maybe take a shot at it down the field, all right? Because if you don't have it, you don't have success. You can always tell your quarterback, listen, it's okay to throw an incomplete pass. That'll give us 3rd and short, which gives you another opportunity to try and get just that 1 yard. So it'll be interesting to see what Hilton comes up with here.
An early touchdown for Victor gives us our 7-0 score right here. 6:34 to play here in the first quarter. Dante Valiant banged up after a 9-yard carry there for the Cadets. Cadets now on their last 2 possessions have started to move the ball. Turnover on the last possession swung things the other way, but a stop here. A stop on the ensuing Victor possession puts the Cadets here at 2nd and 1 here at the 42-yard line.
Here comes Hilton making a statement. Once again, that 2 tight end set with 2 running backs. That power offense is looking at.
Bedford takes a handoff, gets through the line. Gain of about 4. He will get the Cadets a 1st down.
Yep, to all our football fans out there, we call that an ISO. It's basically where the quarterback reverse pivots. They hand it to that tailback who follows that big fullback through the line of scrimmage. The nice thing about having a fullback in front of you, it gives you that extra blocker at the point of attack. And I thought Hilton did a real nice job moving the ball and getting that 1st down.
Siliberto setting up the play here for the Cadets. 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hilton. Aiden Council out wide, close to our position. Siliberto gives to Bedford. Bedford to the left side. Trying to make a move. Gets met right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe got ahead for about a yard.
I thought Trevor Knapp, number 9 for Victor, did a real nice job reading that play and then coming up. Sometimes when you're that defensive back, sometimes you're hesitating. You're wondering, do I go? You got to go. Once you know it's established as a run, you just come downhill hard, and you got to make that big tackle, and that sets up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 here for the Cadets. Bedford with Graham in the backfield. Council lined up wide from our position. Siliberto fakes the handoff, looks, finds his man. Oh, off the hands of Josh Graham coming this way. Couldn't quite pull it down.
Looks like we had good pressure coming off the edge. Colin James, when you got those two tight ends set, quite often the defensive end lines up across from the tight end. And when that tight end releases downfield, sometimes that's a tough block for your tackle to get to. And Colin James is doing a nice job coming off that area that was once occupied by a tight end. The tight end leaves, the defensive end comes upfield. He's able to disrupt that play.
Graham had a nice catch out of the backfield last week against Rush Henrietta for a long gain in the second half as the Cadets came back and won that one. So that is a threat the Cadets have. Cadets 4 wide receiver set here. Siliberto in the backfield, lined up in shotgun. Takes the snap, finds his man. This is Bedford getting near the line to gain, and he gets there. Bedford ahead for about 11 yards at a Cadet first down.
Yeah, the Cadets did a real nice job changing things up. They had a screen right there. The Victor linebackers, they pursued, they got there, they made the tackle. Sometimes a screen can turn into a really big play. But it was a great call by Hilton, to get that ball, let those linebackers drop, throw that ball underneath, and then all of a sudden Victor had a pursuit of the ball.
First down, Cadets find themselves at the Victor 43-yard line.
That's a big first down, Bill, because once you cross, you're near that 43 now. As a coach, you can change your style here because now it's really 4-down territory. You can think of using 4 plays to get that 10 yards.
Gave us to Bedford. Bedford through the middle, turns, gets ahead, gets tripped up, had a little running room to his left, but got knocked down. Gain of about 6 or 7 brings up second down.
Once again, there it is. It's that ISO. It's that reverse pivot ISO. That means the fullback leads up through the hole. The tailback follows through second. And, the tailback for Hilton, they're doing a great job following up through there, and you got to follow your fullback.
Gain was about 5, brings up 2nd and 5 here for the Cadets. I think Hilton has shown, coaches mentioned it, Hilton has shown some variety in the play calls thus far. That's going to work well against this very good Victor team. Siliberto under center. Gives to Bedford. Bedford running right. Met at the line of scrimmage, trying to push forward for maybe a yard.
The front 4 of the Blue Devils did a real nice job, coming upfield. You saw number 57, Joe Harashakis, does a great job of coming across the line of scrimmage, shedding his block, and making a play. So that looked, an efficient way of stopping that run game of Hilton.
3rd and 3 here from the Victor 36. A lot of options here for Hilton. Cadet fans might notice Dante Valiant back on the field. He's split out wide with Bedford in the backfield. Gave us to Bedford. He's met in the backfield. Big stick, big tackle down there by Casey John Cohane. That was a heck of a defensive play.
Yeah, Casey read that early. I think that was called, as a blitz coming through the line of scrimmage. Casey, to blitz is a great thing, but you got to make sure you don't get what we say caught up in the traffic. And I thought Casey did a real nice job shedding blockers and coming through that hole. And sometimes when you're one-on-one with one of the team's better athletes, you got to be able to break down, make the tackle. He did a real nice job of that.
Cadets in punt formation after that loss. Ball is punted away. Fielded cleanly and brought down the left sideline up here by Cody Jensen. Jensen knocked out of bounds.
Cody did a real nice job of catching the ball, and I thought for Hilton, again, Carl Coons showing some athleticism in the open field to break down and make that tackle. I mean, Carl Coons, he's a big guy, but he came across the field really well, and against Cody Jensen, did a real nice job breaking down and making that tackle.
Cone's punt, about 35 yards, returned up this way by Cody Jensen. 1st and 10 at the Victor 30-yard line for the Victor Blue Devils. Knapp in the backfield. Baker right to his right. Puts Jensen in motion. Give us to Baker. Inside. Cadets bottle him up. Good gang tackle down there. Among them, Peyton Council.
I agree. The Cadets did a nice job swarming to the football, shedding those blocks. Victor, to have the success that they've had in the past, they've got to make sure they not only get on people, but you got to move your feet and finish. Victor did a real nice job picking up people, linebackers coming through, but you got to finish the block, move your feet, and drive them forward. Hilton did a real nice job getting to the football.
One of the keys I discussed with Coach Scacia yesterday, all hats on him.
Yeah.
All hats to the ball.
Hats to the ball.
Especially when Baker has it in his hands.
Yes, we say it every day.
Fakes the handoff. Pass is complete on the outside. Big hit on the other end. Ball knocked away. If they call that complete, that's a fumble, but now an incompletion. Call on the far sideline.
You know, Jensen did a nice job running his pattern. That ball comes, but man, right at that point of catch.
Here's another look at it. Jensen ball and then met by the Hilton tackler. Good defensive play down there by Dante Valian.
Dante Valian came up real fast, breaking on that ball. He knew who he had to cover. He knew he had the flats, and he just attacked it right away, and that was a good defensive play.
3rd and long here for Victor.
Here we are with that 4-receiver set, 3 to the near side here, 3 receivers.
Now gets a step, drops back, 2-step drop, fires, downfield's got his man. Completed down this way, that is Isaac Kauser. Big gain taken down by Valiant at the Hilton 25-yard line. 1st down, Victor.
You know, nap to Kauser, I really like that pass. You know, you put Kauser, what we say sometimes, you put Kauser out there on an island. That means one-on-one. You put three receivers to the one side. This makes you kind of bring your safety over. You kind of crowd that, you know, multiple receiver side. That gives you that one-on-one with a corner or the free safety, depending who they put there. And that was a great play by the Blue Devils. Great throw, great catch.
About 25 yards after the catch there. Great play by Kauser. Sets the Blue Devils deep in cadet territory. On the snap, give us to Baker. Baker right side tripped up. Does get a couple yards. 2nd down coming up for Victor.
You know, this is the spot you want to be in for Victor right now. You know, when you get those, 2-3 yards, that 3 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 7 is a good place to be. It gives you lots of options for what you want to do as far as your play calling. Let you open up your playbook a little bit, and we'll see what Victor comes out with.
Tripped up down near Damian Casper for the Hilton Cadets. 2nd and 7, under a minute here in the 1st quarter. Knapp takes a snap, gives to Baker. Baker cutting through the left side, does find some space, breaks off a tackle and goes in for the touchdown. There is a flag down on the play. Carl Coons down for the Cadets as well. Penalty will be against Victor.
No indication yet. By the spot, holding, could be.
Injured player is Carl Coons for Hilton. Here's another look at it.
You know, great line surge there out of Victor's number 74. Oop.
Not sure what the penalty call is based on the replay. We will wait word from down there. Holding call against Victor. Now the signal from the referee. Folks, we are going to pause very briefly here from Corbett Field at Victor High School. 7-0 your score. The Blue Devils on top. You are watching high school football on Varsity Media.
At Varsity Media, we offer everything under the sun when it comes to media. Action photography, live videography, live streaming, college recruiting videos, social media videos, and so much more. Visit our website at www.varsitymedia.net or visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search Varsity Media. Varsity Media, we highlight your life.
Welcome right back here to Corbett Field. 2nd and 8 here after the penalty. Pitch to Baker. Baker cutting through the left side, dodges a tackle. Now gets tripped up, knocked out of bounds. Cadets Bedford down on the tackle. Clock will stop after a gain of about 6. We got a 3rd and 2 coming up.
You know, Rashawn Baker did a real nice job. He's got great speed, but sometimes you have to watch and you have to determine, okay, do I want to try and outrun my blockers or do I want to read them? And I thought he did a real nice job reading the guys who are out in front of him that time.
1st down on the play as I was looking at the third down marker over there. The voice from above tells me I was wrong. First down, Victor. Knapp under center. Gives to Baker. Baker to the right side. Bang down after a couple of yards.
Good initial line surge out of the Blue Devils, firing off low and hard. These cadet linebackers are flowing to the football. They're doing a great job of getting to the ball.
Carter Clark near that tackle.
And that'll be the quarter.
And that takes us to the end of the first quarter here from Victor. An early touchdown, still your difference as the score after one quarter play here. The Victor Blue Devils 7, the Hilton Cadets nothing.
There is no concession stand in tonight's game.
Welcome back to Victor High School. Second quarter just getting started as we speak here. Knapp under center. 7-0 your score. Blue Devils on top of the Hilton Cadets. Pitch going right now is Baker. Baker tripped up. Nope, gets through. Now driven out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
You saw Victor not only put their tight end that side, they also put a wing that side. And what that does, it overloads things into the boundary, because sometimes as a football team you're wondering, do we shift our strength? We have 11 guys. Do we put more guys towards the field, or do you put it towards the strength of formation? When you put your strength of formation into the boundary, it makes it more challenging to defend.
Jaden Tantillo wide for Victor. Two-back set, Knapp under center. Gives to Baker. Baker up the middle. Met near the line of scrimmage, but pushes forward. Maybe got a yard. Maybe a little less.
Looks preliminary indication it's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils, first and goal.
First down earned right around the 4-yard line for Victor. They will get a first and goal here early in the second quarter. Quickly to the line come the Blue Devils. Gives to Baker. Baker tripped up in the backfield.
That was that power I set. That means you'll have two fullbacks in the game. Sometimes you'll pull your receivers out. You'll go two fullbacks in the game and a tailback, hoping to get those two fullbacks to lead up through there.
Carter Clark was in the backfield for the Cadets, tripping up the Victor running back. Victor player down on the field right now. That might be Baker.
Victor on this drive showing their diverse formations. Right here, once again, you go from one running back in the backfield to sometimes three running backs in the backfield. And we certainly hope he's okay.
That previous play, Victor came to line of scrimmage real quick. Maybe pace change, trying to catch the Cadets off guard.
Yeah, you notice they broke that huddle. They sprinted up the line of scrimmage. They got down. They got set quick. And it looks like Baker's up.
Two of the key offensive pieces in this game, one for the Cadets, Dante Valiant, and here, Rashawn Baker for Victor, both banged up. Hopefully, Valiant's made it back in for the Cadets. Hopefully we see Baker again soon.
All right, we'll see what Victor goes with here. First and goal.
Want to once again thank everybody out there watching on YouTube, catching us wherever you may stream this ball game here on Varsity Media. Victor leading the Hilton Cadets 7-0 here. A couple minutes into the second quarter. Beautiful spring afternoon for football. Knapp under center, second down and goal. Handoff inside, met at the line of scrimmage.
There they go with that what we call ISO weak. You had the tight end to the left, but then you ran opposite the tight end, trying to catch that defense off guard. So you don't always want to run to the tight end, even though that tight end gives you that extra blocker. Sometimes you want to run away from him to kind of, balance out your offense and how you attack things.
Benetti with a hard-earned 1 yard there. Now 3rd and goal from the 3. Benetti the tailback. Give us to Benetti once again. He plows forward, finds his way close to the goal line. Signal as he hasn't gotten there.
Signal is 4th down.
Fourth and goal here for Victor. As close as you can get without getting in yet. Benetti once again the tailback. Knapp under center. Knapp tries to plow ahead, and it looks like he got there. He did. Touchdown, Victor.
It's that quarterback sneak. No secret there. You're behind your big center, number 50, Connor Williams. Sometimes it's that quarterback-center relationship. They just kind of give him a little tap. They feel it, and you go straight forward. And Connor did a real nice job driving his feet to get his buddy Knapp in the end zone.
Extra point attempts coming right here. Currently your score 13-0 Victor over Hilton. Fiorica hesitates but does get the ball up and through. It is good.
Max Fiorica traditionally is not a football player. He's able to play this year because soccer was in the fall, and he's actually a soccer player who's really helped him out in their kicking game this year.
So Knapp takes it forward himself on 4th and goal. Very, very close to the Hilton goal line. Does push his way forward. Here's a great look at it down the line. Replay here. Knapp from under center. Heads left right behind his center. Connor Williams leading the way.
Connor Williams is a big guy. When he puts that size to his advantage and he moves his feet, great things happen.
So here with 10:08 to play in the first half, Victor finds themselves ahead 14-0. Once again, a battle of unbeatens here. The Hilton Cadets 2-0, the Victor Blue Devils 2-0. On a gorgeous spring afternoon for football here. 2021's given us any number of things, but it's given us a beautiful, beautiful day for football here in Western New York.
Hilton's going to want to get some great field position here on this return. I do believe Hilton has the wind at their backs. This may help them a little bit in returning this kick.
Valiant and Bedford deep for the Cadets. Fiorica hand in the air, gets set, foot into one, bouncing kick out. Scoots over a man, now picked up by Graham. Graham puts his shoulder down. Gets out to about the 32-yard line where the Cadets will take over.
I think Joshua Graham for Hilton did a great job looking that ball in. Once again, when that ball hits that turf, it skips around. It can do funny things, but you got to be an athlete. Use your hands. Don't catch it with your body. Use your hands, bring it into your body, okay, and then try and get some yardage here. They're starting off on about the 30-yard line.
Hilton has moved the ball in their last couple of possessions. Haven't found the end zone just yet. Cadets look to strike back here. Lots of time left here in this first half. 3-back set for the Cadets. Silberto under center.
Yep, sometimes identified as wishbone. You got one fullback, you got two tailbacks.
Inside, Valiant finds his way around the left side, breaks a tackle, gets out toward midfield, still loose. Valiant down the sideline, and he is going to go all the way for the Cadet touchdown. Touchdown, Cadets.
Dante Valiant right there just showed how dangerous he is as a running back. They come out in that wishbone set where you put 3 running backs in the backfield, and this allows you to block for one another, and that really helps you bring it to that next level.
That is a 68-yard touchdown to the house. Here's another look at it. Valiant takes that handoff, breaks a tackle, slipped through another couple tackles, and then got to the outside, and he was gone.
A couple missed tackles by the Blue Devils. Every coach teaches their kids, listen, you run, you pump your arms, you keep moving your arms until you're ready to make the tackle. Sometimes we say, don't run with a pizza box. That's where you got both hands extended like you're carrying a box of pizza, your arms are out straight. As soon as you do that, it slows you down. And with a kid like Dante, he is going to be gone. You got to run through your tackles.
As a guy who never played football at this level, I would not run with a pizza either.
No, but that's what you do when you get your arms out straight. You got to keep pumping your arms and run through it.
The kick from Battaglia was good, but there is a flag on the play. Appears to be running into the kicker.
The kicker against Victor.
Referee will look in with Coach Lapani to see how this will be handled. The ball did go through. The kick was good on the try, so we've got a 14-7 score here as the referees and Hilton coaches will figure out what the ensuing penalty will be.
You know, when you've got the athletes in the backfield, like Hilton does, their quarterback, Siliberto, Valiant, Bedford, it just shows you that, things might not be going your way, but all of a sudden an athlete can make a play out of nothing, and here it comes.
Another look at the Valiant touchdown. That was a quick answer on what was a 2-score game here. Now back to a 1-score game. We got a battle. We got a slugfest here. Two of the best teams in this area in this game. 14-7. This is already shaping up to be fun.
Oh, this is going to be a great game. And I'm excited. We've got a whole quarter to go here before half, but it'll be exciting to see the halftime adjustments these two great coaching staffs come up with.
Caleb Jensen appears to be back deep with Cody Jensen.
Yeah, twin brothers.
Twin brothers back as the deep return men here as the Cadets will kick off. 14-7 your score here, Victor over Hilton.
That'll bring some energy and some life to that Hilton sideline. You're down by 2 scores. You make a play like that, and all of a sudden it is a ball game.
Cadet sophomore Luca Dodge will get into one here. Kick is on its way. Jensen takes it, knocked down near the 30-yard line. Good tackle down this way by Hilton's Will Salamone. Cody Jensen, not the returner there. Victor will have a 1st and 10 here at their own 32-yard line. 9:44 to play here in the second. Knapp under center.
Looks like a tight formation, almost unbalanced, I would call it, towards the field.
Give inside, Baker back in the game. Finds his way right, breaks one tackle, finds his way left, breaks one tackle.
He looked good
after a gain of about 6.
Yes, Rashawn Baker did a nice job moving his feet, hitting that hole hard. Sometimes you want your running back to dance and try and make cuts. Sometimes you just say put your head forward, lean your helmet into it, and just drive your feet and get those yards. He did a nice job with that right there.
Shrugged off that first tackle for a good gain. 2nd and 4. It's good to see both of these young men that were banged up back in. Knapp takes the snap, gives to Baker. Baker pushes a tackler away, but then gets met near the line of scrimmage.
Once again, Hilton's linebackers are doing a nice job recognizing the play. When you recognize it, but then you got to react.
Broadnecks there for the Cadets. Third and 4 for Victor here. Knapp in the shotgun.
Victor with that trip set once again. 3 receivers to one side, 1 to the other. Knapp sprints towards the 3-receiver side.
Rolling left, finds his man, caught for the 1st down.
Yep, he did a nice job of finding Kauser right there. Sometimes when you put those 3 receivers to one side, you can send 2 receivers deep, and then maybe that inside receiver does an out pattern. So now all of a sudden that guy in the flats is going to be wide open to pick up the 1st down.
Kauser with a nice route, nice catch. Gain of about 6 there. Gives Victor a 1st down. They'll have the ball at their own 44-yard line here.
Bill, I knew it was going to be an exciting game because I knew that both offenses are very diverse in what they do. They don't just run, they don't just pass. They kind of mix things up a lot, different formations. It's a real chess match between 2 great teams.
Handoff goes right. Coming around the outside, breaking inside now. Nice little move down there from the runner. That's Benetti. Benetti gains about 12 yards and another Victor 1st down.
Once again, Nick Benetti is fast, but he's also a reader. He does a real nice job reading those blocks, and he knows where to cut, to get that extra yard to keep the chains moving.
Here's another look at the play. Benetti through the middle, shrugs off, breaks right, foot in the ground, turns back left. Nice play.
Nick Franzak, number 74 for the Blue Devils, does a real nice job of engaging. He's a tall guy, but he stays low, moves his feet, and he just, finishes a really nice block for Victor.
Hilton's number 20, Jeff Broadnax, appears to be the injured player. Great job of running there by the senior running back, Nick Benetti.
Hilton is doing a nice job again, like I've mentioned before. Their linebackers are flowing. For them to get to the next step, you got to get your front four to penetrate, come across the line of scrimmage, because you want to make those Blue Devils make something called a jump cut or redirect before they get to the line of scrimmage. If you allow a running back to hit the hole and keep climbing, it's going to make things more challenging, for the Hilton defense to stop these guys.
Hilton training staff with the Victor training staff still working on the injured player. Once again, we hope the young man is okay.
Both teams have some quality opponents coming up here with Victor. They've got Schrader coming up next, then they've got Monroe, they've got Pittsford. Looking at Hilton, they've got, that powerhouse Aquinas coming up next week. They've got Edison, and they've got, Fairport, which is a team on the rise. So I think Class AA is going to be real interesting to find out who's going to make the top four. And, don't forget, folks, 4 teams make it, but the highest seed gets to host all the way through the Section 5 tournament.
We mentioned the pace of this season with only a 6-game schedule, and the cliche of this being a must-win. Perhaps here are 2 teams that are just 2-0. It's tough to say a Week 3 matchup is a must-win at all. Does that change the mindset? Does it put anything in play here when you have such a short season, when you're trying to put game plans together and just keep your own sort of eye in the immediate prize game to game, but you've only got a 6-game schedule, so you can maybe get in the playoffs?
Bill, I think you hit on the head when we talk about getting out of the gate quickly. This is not, some seasons, no matter what sport, you're a softball guy. So with softball, me with a little bit of a lacrosse background with me, seasons kind of evolve. You develop, you learn. And as you get towards the playoffs, you keep evolving as a team. With this short spring season, Bill, you really don't have time for that. You got to come out of the gate quickly, and you got to be able to perform against some of your best opponents right out of the gate.
These are 2 of the biggest schools in the area. These are 2 AA powers right here, both 2-0. Jeff is off the field. We hope that young man's okay as we get a 1st and 10 here for Victor right around midfield, right near the Hilton 44-yard line. My apologies. Baker, the deep back, Knapp under center. It's actually Benetti. Now the pass is complete. Knocked down here. Hilton Salamone in on the tackle.
Pass was caught by number 40. Gain of 9 to be 2nd down.
Good run down here by the Victor receiver coming out of the backfield.
Sometimes as a receiver or running back, when you're near the line of scrimmage, don't be afraid to run the ball out of bounds. It's those unnecessary hits. Sometimes people want to prove, I'm tough enough to take the hit. But, at times you can lose the ball with that.
Give us to Benetti. He goes forward and gains about 3 yards. He will get a Victor 1st down.
Victor kind of establishing some momentum here. They're moving the chains. They got a variety of people handling the ball. They're running it. They're throwing it. Hilton, again, they've got 11 great athletes on the field. Once they start penetrating, coming across the line of scrimmage, they're going to disrupt things for the Blue Devils. And I would expect Hilton to do that now, to start coming across that line of scrimmage, as Victor gets closer to the goal line here.
Knapp under center, 1st and 10. Give us to Benetti. Benetti right side, finds his way through. Tripped up for a gain of about 7.
Nice trailing tackle for Hilton. Jacob Sorocone, yeah. He does a real nice job where he comes up to make a tackle. Victor makes a cut, and then all of a sudden it's one of those trailing tackles where you're grabbing ankles and makes a big play.
Toyota, Triad Network Technologies, and Jotham and Centola PC. Thank you so much for your support.
Benetti the tailback, Knapp under center once again. Give us to Benetti. Tries to sneak around the right side, gets met in the backfield, does get himself back to the line of scrimmage.
There's that ISO once again. Quarterback Knapp's handing it off to his running back, the tailback deep, behind the fullback. The good news when you give it to the tailback, it gives him time to read. He's got a fullback in front of him. Sometimes what makes an ISO challenge, and we all run the ISO, is sometimes you got to get 5 yards to the line of scrimmage before you even make a gain.
Sorko in the tackle once again for the Cadets. Knapp under center. Give his inside to Benetti, but met at the line of scrimmage by a lot of Cadets.
There's that, as you mentioned earlier, Bill, it's that get 11 hats to the ball mentality out of Hilton. When all of a sudden you swarm, that running back tries to bounce either to their left or to the right. There's just not much there. You got a 4th and short situation for Victor. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out in one of their infamous power formations here, and we'll see what they do out of it.
4th and about a yard here. Big play for both teams. Victor keeping the momentum, or Hilton trying to swing it back.
There goes Knapp behind.
Knapp.
Once again, Connor Williams, you kind of saw that one coming. They've had success with that down on the goal line when it's 4th and short. And that going behind big Connor in the middle, all of a sudden, what should be a 1.5 yard gain turns into about 4.
A couple of different times Victor's needed a yard, once for a score, once here for a first down. Knapp just pushes himself forward behind his center.
And also he's kind of bookend at center. He's Hobson at guard and Harashak at guard. Just kind of all those guys together forming a wedge and going forwards.
Benetti the carrier once again, right side, bounces off a tackle, still on his feet, knocked down by the Cadets. Hubbard.
Timothy Hubbard for the Cadets. He delivers a powerful shot, a really good hit out of Hilton because, once again, as the Blue Devils get near the end zone, you got to try and, pop that ball loose. And he came up with a really hard hit.
Gain of about 5 will bring up 2nd and 5 here for the Blue Devils. 4 minutes to play here in the second quarter. They lead 14-7 over Hilton.
Victor's doing a real nice job on first down, getting that 5 yards, getting that 6 yards, which helps you really keep that momentum and keeping the chains moving. I really haven't seen Victor get behind the chains with that.
Benetti carries once again. 3 or 4 Cadets in on the tackle as a flag comes in. This will be a hold against Victor. This will back him up.
Victor's actually there has been many penalties in this game, really, when you think about it.
Only a couple.
I remember last game, when they were playing, or in the previous games, Hilton, or when they were playing Edison, Victor just had a lot of trouble with penalties. But they've done a much better job of that. But this one's going to hurt when you get towards the end zone.
Repeat here of 2nd down. Backs them up 10. We got about 2nd and about 14 yards. Knapp in the shotgun now. Benetti to his left. 4 receiver set.
Once again, you got 3 receivers to the wide side. And Knapp sprints out. You can see where 2 guys are deep.
Looking. Held it down. Gets tackled near the line of scrimmage. Hilton's Bedford in on the tackle.
The Blue Devils did a nice job putting 3 receivers to the field. Once again, they send 2 guys deep, 1 guy short. And last time they had success with it, but, kudos to Hilton. They made an adjustment, and that's what good football teams are doing. Victor's a great football team. Hilton is a great football team. And what great teams do is they learn as the game goes on. I thought Hilton did a real nice job, adjusting to those patterns.
3rd and long here from the Cadet 19-yard line. Coach, I'm assuming this is 4-down territory?
Absolutely. I'm not sure if we would kick it from here. That could be exciting. We get the 4th down and see a field goal attempt.
Flag perhaps on the far side of the field.
Looks like a sideline warning perhaps. Football coaches are sometimes known to want to help the officials, see some things. I've never done that, though.
Never.
No.
Not this guy.
Never. Believe what they see 100% always.
That was not any sort of talking from experience there, folks.
Never. Well, I'm sure in softball, you always agree that all the umpires calls.
Every single time.
It's
They're
amazing,
always right. They're always right. Timeout on the field.
Softball, what do you say? Hey, blue, right? Blue, right? Blue?
Blue.
Right? Blue? Yeah, I don't know.
Even every now and then when they're just wearing black or even yellow, you still call them blue.
Still call them blue. That's all right, yeah.
Timeout on the field here. 2:35 to play here until halftime. Your score remains the Victor Blue Devils 14, the Hilton Cadets 7. Pace is slowed down just a little bit here. Victor churning the ball through. And here, folks, you get a look at the Victor season to this point here, 2-0. Couple of big wins. Again, this is a team that has not trailed this season. Here's one of the touchdowns against Edison a couple of weeks ago.
You know, I love seeing quarterbacks roll out. You move that pocket.
Baker carries in from a couple of yards. This is a Victor team that has scored a lot of points to this point, and you're going to see a bunch of those right here. Over the top, here's a touchdown against Fairport last week. Good look at this dynamite team here in AA ball. 3rd and long. Victor at the line. Knapp in the shotgun.
You know, I think James Knapp enjoys being in that shotgun position.
Long ball over the top. It's going to miss everybody. Incomplete.
You know, when you're in that shotgun position, especially a taller quarterback like James Knapp, it allows you to see the field, okay? And he goes through his long snap count. It lets you read the defense. You get to see your matchups. You get to see who is where.
Tried to go over the top to Kauser, but the ball was a little long. Now we will maybe see that field goal attempt.
I'm thinking we're going to see a field goal attempt.
Like
look at that.
Fiorica has come on the field.
Yep, the block is on the field. So many components to a successful kick. You got to get the snap, a block, the hold, to actually catch that ball from a kneeling position and get it down on the block. A lot of moving parts here.
This looks to be a 36-yard attempt off the hold from Marcus Hampton.
You know, an extra point field goal unit, well-oiled machine from Coach Sean Rucker. These guys practice this.
Ball is down. Ball is on the way. We had a flag, though, and a whistle before. Cadets appeared to be offsides.
Yep, encroachment on the defense. This changes things.
Now, does that make the play call different here? It's still 4th and long, but less long.
Well, 4th and 11 to a 4th and 6. You know, you're that much closer for your field goal attempt. However, you only need 6 yards for a first down. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Mandel wants to go with here.
Fiorica appears to be staying on the field.
He's staying with it. We're going to get that 3. I know Coach Sean Rucker, he's a special teams coach here at Victor. He's excited about these opportunities.
This will now be a 31-yard attempt off the left hash mark. Snap is down. Fiorica foot into one. On its way, and it doesn't look like it's going to make it. Nope, fielded by the Cadets. Here comes Valiant back the other way. Not sure what the whistle is.
Did he step out of the back of the end zone? I'm not sure.
That, unless he touched the back line, here's another look at it. That is a live ball. Valiant did not touch the back of the end zone. Not quite sure. The signal on the field was a touchback.
We might have to dig deep in the rule book on this one. You know, maybe if it's caught in the end zone.
I'm almost certain that's a live ball, but who are we? We are just the guys watching from a press box.
You know, and I've been coaching either JV football or Mod A football. We don't see a lot of field goals, so I'm kind of blank on that one. I do think that maybe it's a touchback because it went into the end zone, and they are starting on the 20-yard line, so I'm assuming that's the rule.
Well, nonetheless, Hilton will have a 1st and 10 here with 2:15 to play here till halftime. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
We'll have to send that to the Varsity Media Rules interpreter.
Hand off to Valiant, puts a spin move on, gets through the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 2.
You know, that's a big stop for Hilton. You know, to come up here and make this a 1-score game. You know, easily it could have gone up by, 2 scores.
Saw a steady dose of Nick Benetti on that last drive, churning yards. Hilton makes a stop after the first real clock-killing drive of this entire game.
You know, we have 1:40 left on the clock. You're going to see maybe some sense of urgency, some hurry up coming out of Hilton here.
Cadets still have all of their timeouts. Valiant in the backfield. So Liberto gives to Valiant. Valiant trying to get out to the right side. Does shake off one tackler, but gets met by a host of Blue Devils. Gain of about a yard or half a yard. This will bring up 3rd down.
You know, I thought the Blue Devils did a real nice job of stringing that out. You know, bringing it, saying, listen, we're going to let you gain 20 yards, but it might be towards the sideline, not getting up the field as the clock continues to run. 102, 101.
We've seen variety in the play calling from both teams. The word you used a minute ago was urgency. We're under a minute here. Hilton does have all of their timeouts if they're going to string some plays together. Valley in the tailback, Ciliberto under center. Give it to the up back. Graham takes a ball and does get his way ahead for a Hilton first down. Timeout, Cadets.
You know, I think what Hilton's waiting for, let's see what our field position is, because if it's down here in your own end, you know, do you want that clock to run and just kind of get out of the half and know that, you know, you can go to the locker room, make your halftime adjustments. But now that they've got, you know, they're away from their own end zone a little bit here.
I like the misdirection there, essentially on a play that you just haven't seen that look before, giving it to the fullback there.
And the clock is running.
The timeout, I believe, was on the first down. It wasn't actually a timeout for Hilton. Time is running away here. Cadets will come to the line, but I don't think we're going to get a playoff. Now a whistle and a flag comes down. I'm not sure is that a delay? Coach Rich Lapani coming out does signal timeout, but I'm not sure what the sequence was there. Victor defense coming off the field.
Okay, Bill, are you a kneel it out guy and get to the half and make adjustments and get ready to go, or are you a throw it to the end zone guy?
I think from this far, I might be a kneel it out guy, but yeah. I am not averse to taking chances. It appears the timeout will just result in what will be the last play of the half, unless something funky happens. There's only 2.7 seconds left here, folks. Well, we have seen this, despite this confusing last sequence right here, we have seen a heck of a first half of football.
Oh, it's been outstanding. It's been back and forth. You know, both teams have established what they can do offensively. They prove they can move the ball. We've also done a great job defensively to making adjustments to a variety of formations.
Hubbard split wide. Ciliberto under center.
There's that wishbone sack.
Give it to Valiant. Valiant looking for the outside, trying to find a little space. There's no time left. He gets tackled just across midfield. That'll bring us to halftime.
You know, Bill, real quick before we go, if you'll notice, that was the same formation where he had that success touchdown before. It was that same wishbone formation, so I wouldn't be surprised if Hilton went back to that in the second half.
Valiant, a couple of big carries out of that formation, as Coach said, brings us now to halftime, folks. At the half here in Victor, the Victor Blue Devils 14, the Hilton Cadets 7, a battle of 2-0 teams here in AA football. We will take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay wherever you are watching this ball game. We will come back with the second half action very soon. You are watching Monroe County football here on Varsity Media's Game of the Week.
number 12, Jake Barasta.
Touchdown for the Bruins. Knocks the ball out on the tackle. Picks it up and runs it in for 6.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Craig Murphy. There's you. What a move! And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
It'll be 2nd down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to Corbett Field at Victor High School. Your Varsity Media Game of the Week. The 2-0 Victor Blue Devils hosting the 2-0 Hilton Cadets. 14-7 your score at the half here. Victor leading the Cadets. Coach, we were just talking that this game is everything we were cracking this game up to be. This has been an excellent first half of football. Whether you are Coach Mendel, Coach Lapani, what are the adjustments? What are these teams looking to do right here?
Just to echo that, Bill, I was excited for this game all week. I was glad I got the call Thursday to be in the booth with you here to help you out. This has been great. For Coach Mandel, once again, he's lucky he's starting with the ball here in the first half. It's stick to the game plan. And the game plan is offensively, let's keep changing formations. Let's change who's getting the ball. Let's keep Hilton guessing. For Hilton, their game plan defensively, they've got a great defense and a great offense. Tell your kids, play loose. Go after the ball and make great things happen.
Dodge puts a foot into one, and we are underway here in the second half. Jensen on the far side. Busts through. Gets it out to about, now dragging some guys with him. That was a nice return.
Bill, I agree. There's a big difference between getting the ball to the 35 or getting it to the 45. Because if you're at the 45, you get that fourth and short, you're kind of thinking, do we go for it here? So bringing that ball out to the 45-yard line certainly helps the Blue Devils. Once again, just talking about, Hilton's key to success. Defensively, get your front four coming across line of scrimmage. They've got four big guys that are athletic, and let your linebackers flow. And I think Hilton can have some success here. The Blue Devils keep diversifying what you're doing, and they are.
Knapp to the line under center. Pitches outside. That's Benetti. Benetti trying to get farther around that right corner there. That right edge does get a gain of about 4 yards.
Benetti does a nice job of knowing when to go side to the side. We call it going horizontal, get to the sideline, and also when to cut north and south. And, he read it. All of a sudden, as he came north, we had that good corner for Hilton, stepped up, made a great tackle in the open field, and some great football this afternoon.
It's been a steady dose of Benetti for a couple of series.
Yeah, he's an athletic kid. He's kind of a wiry kid. He gets out in space. He can make that, second cut. And then all of a sudden he's going down the field for 7 or 9 yards.
Knapp under center. Second down. On cue to my last comment. Here's Baker through the middle. Finds his way left and gets out for a gain of about 12 yards and a Victor first down.
Once again, Hilton, number 10, is right there to make that tackle. Joshua Graham, he's doing a nice job, inside there. As a backer adjusting, he was in the right spot. You just got to wrap up Rashawn. And if you're going to tackle Rashawn Baker, you got to get him low.
Powerful runner, Rashawn Baker. Cross midfield here in Hilton territory, 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for Victor.
Notice Victor's got those two receivers, out to the wide side, but they've also got a tight end over there too. So that really gives you a trips look, but kind of a hidden trips look.
Pitch right to Baker. Baker putting on a lot of speed there, coming through.
Give a shout out to one of our linemen, Tyler Hobson. I like how number 78 was actually going downfield and looking to make that block down the field. Okay, that's so important for linemen. Take care of the first level first, but then go downfield, try and find those linebackers, try and find those defensive backs.
Big gain by Baker. Aiden Council in on the stop for the Cadets.
Well, I just got a shout out from Bill O'Brien. He is one of the barbers here in Victor. But if you're going to mention one barber, you got to mention the other. El Pesameni, so there. I mentioned both barbers because, guys, listen, you learn the lesson, keep your wife happy. Let me tell you what. In your town, keep your barbers happy. So you got to make sure we mention both of them there.
First and 10 here. A couple minutes into this second half. Give it to Baker. Baker looking to get around the left side now. Chase down, knocked down. Good tackle down here by Hilton's Council.
Aiden Council, you saw Rashawn attempt that stiff arm. Aiden Council did a great job for Hilton running through that stiff arm to get down there, and he tackled Rashawn Baker. How? Low. And that's what Hilton's going to have to do if they're going to find success. Right now, that front five, you got Franzek for Victor, Hobson, Williams, you got Harashok and Ty Rader. These guys are doing a good job of working together as a unit. And as an offensive line, it's good to be a good blocker, but you got to understand how and who the guys around you are blocking.
2nd and 9. Benetti the deep back. Rolling Knapp, pressured in the backfield, gets the ball away to the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Cody Jensen with the touchdown reception. Knapp got it away with pressure right in his face. Heck of a throw from the senior quarterback. Touchdown, Victor.
You know, you mentioned pressure. It was number 16, Carter Clark, and 21, Peyton Council from Hilton. They were just pinching in on Knapp. Knapp stood tall in the pocket, delivers the ball to Jensen. Folks, that is great high school football. You're seeing a great game here.
That'll go in as a 26 or 27-yard touchdown. Fiorica on for the extra point. Ball is down, ball is in the air, ball is good. Fiorica puts it through, and we got 21-7 here. Victor on top of Hilton.
You know, once again, Victor moves the ball down the field. You're seeing different people handling the ball. You're seeing, is it a run? Is it a pass? You know, and in high school football, that's the key to success. You know, can you mix up the run? Can you mix up the pass to keep the defense guessing, keep the defense on their heels? It's really a game of chess as they're moving back and forth. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Hilton and how Hilton responds.
Hilton has answered, or did answer, I should say, the last score from Victor. Big run from Dante Valiant. That was followed up by a big run to end the half. So Hilton has managed to move the ball against Victor. Victor moving the ball against Hilton. We got, I believe the word slugfest was used here and there already.
Absolutely. You know, you've got, you know, both teams at the line of scrimmage are doing good things. You know, it kind of swings in one team's favor, then the other team's favor, back and forth. And this is all you could ask for on this beautiful, crisp day, sunny day here at Corbett Field. And this is an exciting one.
Impressive from Knapp. 2 cadets right in his face to deliver that ball in over the top.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it was Clark and Council who really, you know, as defensive ends, they did a great job booking up, because traditionally in the past couple of plays, what's Knapp been doing? He's been doing a sprint out. He'll sprint out right, he'll sprint out left. But that time, and so the ends were in the perfect position if he would have sprinted out. But that time, the call was Knapp stay in the pocket, deliver it from there, and it worked in the Blue Devils' favor.
Kickoff is away. Squibber finds his way toward the Hilton 35. Gain of a couple of yards. Appeared to be brought forward by Trace Letcher.
You know, those are tough balls to field. This isn't like baseball where it's like a round ball and it kind of, you know, bounces more true. Or softball, put it in your softball terms. You're a softball guy. You know, but with that football, it's going to bounce and do funny things. You break down, feet apart, so you can move athletically, so you field the ball. Because as you know, once that ball in a kickoff, you know, goes 10 yards, it's anybody's ball.
He's brought up softball a couple times. Looking forward to first season we've had in a couple years coming up here in a few weeks.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. I think we're all ready to embrace our spring sports.
I'm loving spring football, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, this is a great
Bring on spring sports.
See, here it is. It's that wishbone formation. They've had success with it. There it is.
Give it to Valiant.
You know, Valiant to the left side, brought down really by a host of Blue Devils. You know, Big Connor Williams, number 50, getting there, you know, along with his linebackers following suit behind him.
Minimal game there by Valiant. Maybe one here. Brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, that interior line with Franzak, you know, he's a young man, UB commit. He's going to UB for football. Does a real nice job using those long arms to shed those blocks. And Hilton is coming back. Once again, they're there in that wishbone formation where they've had success, running to the left side out of their wishbone formation.
So Liberto takes the snap, rolling right, looking for Graham's got him. Graham nice. Breaking one tackle, then dragged down by 3 or 4 Blue Devils right in front of us.
You know, I agree. Nice pattern by Joshua Graham. I like the play action out of wishbone because, you know, Hilton, where do they have their success? Running the ball out of the wishbone. So now if you've had success running the ball out of the wishbone, let's go ahead, do some play action pass out of the wishbone. Those Blue Devil linebackers are thinking run, run, run with that wishbone formation. Hilton comes up, little play action. It was a great play by Hilton.
Cohane and O'Leary both in on the tackle for the Blue Devils. Cadets here moving the ball to get their first possession of the half going.
You know, one of the differences right now that I've seen between Victor and Hilton, it's that big play capability. You know, Hilton, if this is going to turn into a slugfest, what determines the win sometimes is who has that, you know, that knockout blow, that big play. And Hilton is doing a great job grinding. Okay.
Bedford puts his shoulder down, gets about 4 yards on first down, brings up 2nd and 6.
But at some point, you know, Hilton, they got to have that big strike play, you know, and they have, you know, with some of the running plays here. They just got to keep establishing, stick to the game plan, and move the ball, and they may find some success.
2nd and 6 here. Hilton at the Victor 40-yard line. 7.5 to play here in the third quarter.
You know, Victor's got that Kauser and Hauershock as those those defensive ends that are really keeping Hilton, you know, from getting those toss plays to the outside. And we'll see if that continues. We'll see if Hilton tries attacking the outside.
Siliberto inside give once again to Graham. Graham pushes ahead for 6 or 7 yards, looks to get across, and he does. He's got a Hilton first down.
Nice tackle once again. It looks like for Victor, it was Broden O'Leary reading it, breaking down, making that tackle just as he breaks through the line of scrimmage.
2 nice plays by the Hilton fullback and senior Josh Graham on this drive. Another wishbone set for the Cadets here.
Wishbone with 2 tights, so they're actually bringing in that extra blocker. In the past it was wishbone with a split end.
Valiant gets the ball. Left side trips. Had a guy in his face, but his feet looked like they went from under him as well.
Number 9, Trevor Knapp, he stepped up and attacked it. Once again, football, it's not only a game of inches, it's also a game of split seconds. As that running back, all of a sudden, it's that slight hesitation because the hole's not there right away. Boom, Victor takes advantage of it. And here we are at 2nd and long.
Another look at it right there. Trevor Knapp in on the tackle.
The scouts are here. Jason Benham, the Jim Andre text line, just texted me right here. He's the head coach of Gage Charlie, good friend of mine.
There you go.
So he's tuning in.
2nd and 13. Siliberto back. Ball is away. Got his man, but incomplete. Couldn't quite secure it, was Carter Clark.
Yep, so to Coach Jason Benham, Gage Charlie. Actually, I'm a Gage Charlie alum. I'm a West Sider. There it is. So he's just texting in saying he's listening to the game.
We've had notices from all over the country.
Yeah, actually,
perhaps?
we do. Yes, we have Florida. We have my parents down in Florida watching. South Carolina, Gamecocks fan. My son Clark's down there checking it out. Penn State, Pennsylvania, and other kids I know have texted me saying, I'll be listening to you, Coach, today. So it's kind of fun.
To everybody out there, thanks for tuning in here on Varsity Media. 3rd and 13 for the Cadets. Siliberto under center. Rolling right, looking to throw. Gets the ball away. He's got his man caught. Be close to a first down there. Tim Hubbard with the reception.
Tim Hubbard does a real nice job coming back to the ball. As coaches, we say this so many times. Guys, run your pattern. Run your pattern. Get where we want you to be. But all of a sudden, when that ball's in the air, come back to the ball and catch it. Sometimes we want to keep with our pattern, getting where we want to be. But then at some point, that ball's in the air, you got to go get it.
Another look at it shows Hubbard got it by about a yard. First down, Hilton.
And he helps the referees by showing them a first down.
I'm
the excitement of these young guys playing football, it just fills your tank.
1st and 10, Cadets.
Here goes the Cadets with that twin set again. But what's interesting, they put the tight end to that side. Traditionally, they've run out of this set.
Siliberto gives to Bedford. Bedford runs into his own guy, fighting off a tackler in the backfield.
Bedford gets that ball, and right now I think Victor's picking up on one of Hilton's tendencies. When they go 2 receivers to one side and they put a tight end there, that tight end's covered up, so he's ineligible. So that means that he can't run down the field. So I think Victor's picked up on the fact that if they go 2 receivers and a tight end to that side, it's most likely going to be a run because they're covering up one of their blockers. And I think that's allowing Knapp to adjust quickly and just come downhill and fill right away.
Loss of a couple yards will bring up 2nd and 12 for the Cadets. 4.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Three-back set, Siliberto under center.
Here's that double wing in motion.
Valiant in motion.
There it is. It's misdirection.
Siliberto rolls right, looking to throw. Finds his man. Can't quite get it there, though. Ball bounces short of Bedford.
Yeah, he did a nice job finding it. I think Victor did a nice job, with their linemen coming upfield. Once again, it's that double wing set, which Hilton has ran out of before. When I think of double wing, I think of Eastridge from years ago. East Court used to run that formation. Spencerport. I haven't seen a Spencerport game in a while, but they were also famous for running that double wing. And now you're seeing Hilton dabble in it, and they ran a play out of it, and now they passed out of it. So you're kind of seeing Hilton open up the playbook here as they try and establish a drive.
Coach Lapani and his staff with a bunch of tricks here. Here's Siliberto now, shotgun, 3rd and 12.
Here we are with 3 receivers to the one side, 3 receivers to the right, 1 the other. And
Give
there
it
it is.
Bedford.
It's the
Here's
reverse.
a reverse. Valiant with the ball, finding his way left, gets through. Gain of about 7 Trying to do the math from where I'm standing. It looks like he gained about 7 yards, but it'll bring up 4th for the Cadets.
You know, the reverse, I like reversing towards the one receiver side. By having 3 receivers to the right, you're kind of shading the defensive backs, your corner, safety, maybe even bringing the strong safety over towards that side. So by having the reverse go back into the one receiver side, the bad news, one less guy to block. The good news is there's one less defender that needs to be blocked. So that's how you kind of set things up for yourself for success. 4th and 6. Let's see what the Cadets do.
Ball at the 19, 4th and 6 for Hilton. Hilton going for it here. Siliberto under center. Ball is snapped. Siliberto back, looking to throw. Allows one over the top, finds his man, but it falls incomplete. Cadets will turn it over on downs.
That is a huge stop for the Blue Devils.
Carter Clark was right there.
You know, I like the pressure coming upfield. Devin Pierce, as we take a look at it again here. You know, Victor's once again coming upfield.
Might have had Clark there, but couldn't quite make the hookup. Cadets will turn it over on downs here. Victor will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You know, for the Cadets, 78 and 79. The 78, Damian Casper, and 79, Carl Coons. These guys have done a good job in the middle for Hilton, you know, kind of plugging things up, taking care of both those A and B gaps.
Handoff inside, fighting for a few yards. Baker gets the ball, pushes forward for about 4.
You know, Bill, sometimes people think, geez, if I'm not hearing a kid's name because he's making tackles, is he an impact player? You know, there's some Hilton guys up front, you know, like I just mentioned, 78, 79.
Casper and
Coons, you know, they may not be making the tackles, but they're occupying those linemen, and it's allowing the linebackers to flow. So they're doing a nice job of that. You know, the offensive linemen, once again, you know, Hobson and Harashuk at guards, Big Connor Williams in the middle, number 50. These guys, it's a real battle. So I think because I'm kind of a lineman guy, I love watching that interior battle.
Pitches to Baker. Baker to the left side. Finds its way into space. Bedford misses a tackle. Now pushed out of bounds right in front of us. Baker with a big gain. Knocked out of bounds by Aiden Council. 1st down, Blue Devils.
You know, I was, just before that play was run, talking about the interior battle we're seeing here. You know, I know the football coaches that are scouting and watching and doing things. You're seeing an outstanding defensive line for Hilton, and you're seeing an outstanding offensive line in Victor. It's just that true battle in the trenches that kind of excites me. All this grass basketball stuff on the outside, you know, throwing and catching, that's all great stuff. But, man, what's happening between the tackles is just great stuff today.
Benetti now in the backfield for Victor. Knapp under center. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, gives to Benetti. Pushes his way through, finds some space through the middle. Gains, and he's on the outside, and he could go all the way here. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Victor.
You know, Benetti, number 19, he does a great job reading. A lot of times these guys, you get ahead of yourself. You know, you got to let the play develop. He knows where to hit the hole. He's that great counter punch to what Rashawn Baker's doing. So, you know, Rashawn Baker might be catching his breath for a moment. Nick Benetti's that kid. He's an athlete. He gets out in space, and all of a sudden, he makes a great thing happen.
Here's another look at it on the 58-yard touchdown, unofficially from where I'm counting. Benetti gets to the outside, comes down the left sideline for the Victor score. The ensuing try will be attempted down here by Fiorica. Ball is down, ball is up, ball is good. And with that extra point, your score here with 2:18 to play in the 3rd quarter, the Victor Blue Devils 28, the Hilton Cadets 7.
You know, shout out to Max Fiorica on that kick. He had some guys rushing him, but he's just focused on the ball, keep your head down. I wish I would do that in my golf game. You know, they say keep your head down and follow through, and that's exactly what he did.
That is so much easier said than done. If anyone has seen my golf game can attest, that's for sure.
Yeah.
28-7 your score here. Victor on top. Again, we got a battle of two 2-0 teams here. Coach, Cadets have moved the ball. Cadets have made some plays. 3 scores is not insurmountable with a quarter and a couple of minutes to play. What is the answer here from Hilton?
The answer, Bill, you've got to build on the positives. You know, let these Hilton kids know, listen, we're doing the right things. You know, Victor has made some big plays. But guess what, Hilton, I've seen your athletes. You, too, can make big plays. And in a game like this, where both teams have big play capability, a 3-score game, no, it's not over. It's going to be an exciting rest of this quarter, and it's going to be an exciting game all the way through. You're going to want to stay tuned and see this, folks.
Suro and Bedford back for Hilton. Kick is bounced forward once again and just picked up and dropped. Not dropped, but dropping down just to down the ball. Down here in front of us is Tim Hubbard.
You know, once again, folks, we mentioned before, once that ball travels 10 yards, it's anybody's ball. And sometimes teams will do that. They'll squiv it, just thinking, okay, what can we make happen? That ball's going to bounce around the turf. Do we get a lucky bounce for us?
That's been, on the day so far, any kick that Victor's made, that's been kind of the MO. Kick it shorter, kick it bouncing.
Yeah.
Don't get it out deep to the Hilton returners.
No, because I think that's because Victor recognizes the athleticism Hilton has back there. You know, here we go, that 3 receivers to one side, 1 receiver to the other, shotgun snap.
Siliberto in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself left, gets met in the backfield, fights to just shy of the line of scrimmage, loses about 1.
Devin Pierce does a nice job coming across line of scrimmage. Quite often as coaches will tell our defensive ends, guys, hit and sit. Because a lot of times what defensive ends will do, they're going to come upfield, they're excited, they're going to make the play, and then they over-pursue or run by people. And Devin did a real nice job of coming across and sitting. I guess he was more of a 3-tech tackle on that play rather than a defensive end.
Timeout on the field.
I just got a shout out from Gary Gilbert of Victor. He's an Ithaca guy. I don't hold that against him because I went to Cortland. So, Gary, you're an Ithaca guy. I'm a Cortland guy. I'll try and talk a little bit slower as I'm announcing the game so an Ithaca guy can follow along. But a good friend of mine, Gary Gilbert, it's exciting to hear from him.
There's many a Cornell person down there asking, wait, what does that mean? Siliberto under center. Give us to Valiant. Valiant through the middle, gets a couple of yards, gets a few yards, I said, so breaks a tackle and gains about 8 or 9.
You know, these Hilton running backs, I love their forward lean. You know, they're getting that first contact by the Victor Blue double front line just as they cross line of scrimmage, but they're churning their feet. They got that forward line, and they're tough to bring down.
8-yard gain will bring up 3rd and 2 here. Cadets trying to string some first downs together, down 3 scores. Victor trying to make a stop here and hold this lead to what it is. Valiant and Bedford back with Graham. Siliberto under center.
You know, you'll notice the big guy in the middle, Connor Williams. You know, when he explodes forwards, he gets there. It's really preventing Hilton from doing any kind of pulling of their guards.
Give was to Valiant, who did go left and did gain a first down for the Cadets.
Yeah, number 23, you know, Dante Valiant, again, he finds that seam and he knows just where he needs to be to get through there. You know, you haven't seen a lot of pulling of the guards and tackles for Hilton. I think that's because, you know, the big guys up front of Victor, they've done a nice job just coming across that line of scrimmage and neutralizing that team's ability, you know, to run things like the counter and other down blocking schemes, you know, where you're kicking people out.
Real good block on that left side, getting Valiant some space there. Bedford the tailback. Siliberto drops back to pass, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Nice play. It looked like the hand that got in there might have been 52, Ty Rader.
Yep, Ty Rader's also been playing some offensive line for them. You know, once again, I like Hilton's play action. They're doing a good job of freezing those Victor linebackers. Now if they can just control those the front 4 of Victor, I think they'll be onto something. Here comes Nick Franzek, number 74, the kid going to UB. He's done a great job, you know, with this team this year, leading them in the middle on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball.
Siliberto under center, 2nd and 10. Drops back to pass, out for Valiant. Valiant catches it in the backfield, gets away. Tripped up, though, after a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
You know, I think you got to see some of Dante Valiant's athleticism in space, we'll call it. You know, right there, he caught it, and you're thinking, oh, boy, this could be a catch for, you know, a loss, etc. But he comes back, he stays on his feet, uses great balance and athleticism, and, you know, gets back to where he needed to be.
That play appears to have been the last play of the 3rd quarter. There it is. The voice from above confirms what I said. The end of 3, your score here, Victor 28, Hilton 7. Hilton getting a drive going here that will barely switch ends as they find their ball at midfield. They won't have to move too far.
You know, Hilton, keep churning. I mean, they've got 2 downs to move that ball 5 yards. And we're going to see what formation they come up. I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to that double wing where they've had different misdirection. They've had success with it. So we'll see what they come out with.
We're going to get a look here at the first 2 games thus far in the 2-0 season to this point here from the Hilton Cadets. Pittsford in week 1. There's a look at it right here. Siliberto. There's a great touchdown strike.
One of my favorite plays near the goal line is that slant, or that post pattern, so to speak.
Ryan Kurtz on that touchdown from week 1. Here's last week's game against Rush Henrietta. A couple of big plays. Cadets won a scrappy and tough one that first week against Pittsford. Here's a big return on
That's
a
that
fumble.
scoop and score we've talked about, correct? Get your hands on either nose of the football. Step across with your lead leg first. Get down there, pick it up, and go. Don't just fall on it. Make something happen. I like it.
Right back to today. Inside handoff to Graham once again. He gains a bunch of yards, and he will have a Cadet first down.
That line surge for Hilton, wow. They got in a great stance, fired out nice and low, kept their feet moving, finishing their blocks. Sometimes you hear coaches say double and climb. They're trying to double team those 2 inside tackles of Victor, and then you got to climb. That means you're going to go ahead and go to a linebacker. One of you guys got to come off and do that. Hilton did a real nice job with that play. There's that wishbone formation we've talked about, Bill.
Hilton to the line. Siliberto pitches back to Valiant. Valiant looking to turn the corner, looking for a lane. Does get inside and gain maybe 2 yards. That was a hard-fought gain of a couple.
Every formation has its positives and its negatives. Right there you saw the wishbone formation, the big positive, okay? You can have 2 lead backs for your running back because you got 3 running backs in the backfield. So 2 running backs to be your lead blocker. The kind of downside when you go 2 tight ends and a 3 running back set, it kind of compacts the defense, and the defense was able to string things out. But still, hey, getting 3 yards on first down, any offensive coordinator will take that, especially when you're down in 4-down territory.
Shahadi to the line. He'll put the ball in play. Siliberto under center. Siliberto back, looking to throw, rolling right, looking, dumps it over the middle. Ball was completed down there.
Siliberto's an athlete. And I love it when coaches let their quarterbacks be athletes. Sometimes we get stuck in our ways of, 3-step drop throw, 3-step drop throw. But you know what? Give that play action on an ISO. Let your quarterback get out there and run in space. Let him explore outside that pocket. Let him look down the field and be an athlete.
Carter Clark caught that ball with his knee on the ground. There was an audible silence in the crowd there for half a second, wondering just what exactly happened.
Right.
Third down play, Siliberto now rolling left, right in his face, and taken down. Nice defensive play by Isaiah Kauser.
Kauser was right there to make the play. He sniffed it out right away. And once again, it's easy to overrun people. He does a nice job breaking down on a very good athlete handling the ball.
This will bring up a real long 4th down for the Cadets. Ball at midfield. Hilton appears to be set up to punt the ball away here with 4th and 20 from midfield.
Yep, there's that universal language no matter where you're playing. What level, poison, you hear this, the sidelines, for Victor yelling poison. Of course, that means get away from the ball because remember, regardless of who gets it after Hilton punts it, it's going to be Victor ball.
Sorcone's punt down just inside the Victor 38-yard line. Pardon my math. Victor will take over 1st and 10 right there with a 3-touchdown lead here. 9 minutes to play in the ballgame.
This number 16, Carter Clark, the defensive end for Hilton, he's done a really nice job boxing things in. And if you watch him come upfield, he comes up, he'll hit the tight end, when there's a tight end on him, boxes things in.
Baker pushes through the middle, dragging a couple guys with him. He's got again, still going, still on his feet, pushing the entire pile. That looked to be bottled up for a gain of 8, but he pushes for 5 or 6 more. He gets about 13 yards and a Victor first down.
That looked more like rugby. Right
That
there,
was
right?
exactly what it looked like.
It's basically a rugby scrum. You stay on your feet, and you just keep moving the ball down the field.
Here's another look at it. Those powerful legs of Baker. Right there, it looked like they had him, and there he goes, turning and pushing the whole pile with him.
That's a rugby scrum right there.
That is a heck of a run by the Bucknell commit. First and 10, just across midfield here for Victor. Knapp under center. Give it to Baker, looking to bounce right, cuts through the middle, dragging a guy with him and brought down. Not giving up on the tackle was Hilton's Peyton Council.
You know, Bill, I think you saw what makes Rashawn Baker the unique and skilled running back he is. Sometimes you see him just power and run through people. There, you saw him kind of weaving his way out, reading the defense. Where are they? Where do I need to be? Those quick feet, quick little movements to move the ball down the field.
Victor, I think at this point, not in any real hurry. Clock is ticking away, under 8 minutes to play here. They've got a 3-score lead.
Yeah, once again, that front four of Franzak, Hobson, Williams, Harashock, Rader, they're doing a real nice job of getting their hands on people, knowing who to block.
Handoff cutting left, still into space and on his way. That was a heck of a run by the Victor running back, Connor Bowman.
Watch number 57, the right guard pull right there, Harashock. He pulls and he leads the way through the hole. And it's so important that people understand the importance of this offensive line play that you're seeing today. All of a sudden, you've got even numbers on one side of the ball, offense versus defense. You pull that backside guard, and if he can get to where he needs to be, that gives you that extra blocker. And just by having him lead through the hole, it influences the linebackers and great things happen.
Salomon with a big tackle at the end of that play for the Cadets to prevent Bowman from going even further. Here's another give to Bowman, trying to bounce left, cuts inside, taken down after a gain of a couple.
We've seen several kids run the ball for Victor here this afternoon.
They've been churning yardage with that running game. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. Both of these teams known for their run games this season. It does not start and stop only with Bedford and Valiant and Baker. You've got good runners on both sides of the ball here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're running out of different formations. Are we sometimes running to the tight end side? Are we running away from the tight end side? Is it a quick handoff to the fullback, or are we giving it to the tailback where you got a lead blocker coming through? You're seeing some great football here today.
Knapp under center. Gives to Bowman. Bowman trying to go right. Does get through the line. Gets himself close to a first down. He's either just short or he may have gotten it. Looks to be short by about maybe a foot.
Good line surge up the right side. Knowing when to pass your alignment and go ahead and explode through. We love that quickness and explosive speeds out of running backs, but also knowing when do you stay behind those big guys and let them lead the way.
It's a small visual element in high school football. I love seeing 80 taking these tailback snaps.
Absolutely. You're going to see Hilton go to more of a goal line formation here instead of their front four. They might go to like a front 5 or 6. Their linebackers are creeping up.
Knapp gave to Bowman, but whistle before the snap. False start against Victor. That'll back Victor up to a little bit longer of a third down play. 3rd and 6 coming your way.
Sometimes you'll see a defense when they're down here in the goal line. They'll do what some people call cover 0. That means you can go man-to-man. We don't need that help over the top of the safety because we got a short field. So you might see those defensive backs come on up, get right in the face of the Victor kids. Really see these guys from Hilton creep up, lock people up, as we like to say, go man-to-man, and tell your linebackers, listen, don't be at 3 or 4 yards. Get up there to 2 yards. Make something happen. Roll the dice.
Coming to the line is Knapp. Clock ticking down to about 5 minutes. Give is to Bowman. Met in the backfield. Shrugs off that first tackle, though. Only gets about a yard before he's dragged back by the Cadets.
Number 45, Jacob Saracone, he came busting to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was on a blitz, and he had him in the backfield. You just got to break down, wrap up, make that tackle.
Victor faithful not happy about the end of that play. From where we are standing, it looked like they played till the whistle. Nonetheless, we've got a 4th and 6 here for Victor. 4 down territory. Knapp under center. Baker returns to the backfield. Pitches to Baker right.
Oh,
he's going to throw the ball. He's got a man caught for incomplete.
Wow. You know what? You're up 3 scores. Open up that playbook. A little pitch to Rashawn Baker. You're giving him a choice. Listen, tuck it away and run. If you see him open, let it fly. That's a big play for Hilton right now. They can make a statement here, move the ball down the field, and we'll see what they've got coming.
Aiden Council with a good look at it right there, signaling incomplete, although the official running in had the actual say on that one. Victor will turn it over on down to your 4 minutes to play. Cadets get the ball back.
Some people say, geez, if this, why pitch and pass? Well, I'll tell you why, folks, because you want to get the people that are playing us in a couple weeks, playing Victor in a couple weeks, to think about, make that corner who's scouting Victor. You got to really think, do I want to leave my man and come up and make that play knowing that running back may just throw it over your head? I mean, it gets people thinking when they scout you of what could happen.
Bedford on the carry, very short gain there will bring up 2nd and long. Want to recognize the hard work of Hilton's line down there. Salamone, Lisso, Coons, all those guys down there have done a lot of good work today.
Oh, they've done fantastic things today. They're firing off the ball well. They know when to block man-to-man, or they're going to, double team and climb.
Inside give to Graham once again. He gains a few yards.
Josh Graham with a carry.
Shahadi and Lemon also among the linemen doing a lot of nice work today for Hilton. Graham's carry brings up 3rd and 4 for the Cadets here. 3:10 to play. Victor leading 28-7. Siliberto under center.
They got that wing formation with a guy in motion.
Pitch moves left. Here's Valiant trying to get around the outside, but he's got a couple of guys right there waiting for him. He gets wrapped up and brought down after a loss.
Trenton Sherman did a real nice job of breaking down and getting his hands on people in the open field. It's awful easy when you're running full speed because, you're trying to come across line of scrimmage as fast as you can. And this guy's running horizontal. It's easier than what you think to miss, but he does a nice job breaking down. And we talked about that earlier, Bill. Hats to the ball. Okay, we teach our kids that. All football coaches teach their kids that. Get to the football.
4th and long from well down in their territory. Cadets will punt the ball away. Sorcone out there. Puts his foot into one. High kick, finds its way out. Takes a Hilton bounce out toward the 30. Goes out of bounds in front of Trace Letcher. Victor will take over at around the Hilton 28 or 29 yard line.
Again, we saw some great line play, both sides of the ball, really offensively and defensively, out of both Victor and Hilton today. Hilton's got some athletic backs. I can see Hilton, doing some great things moving forward as Hilton takes on Aquinas. Will be a big challenge next week. Edison, Fairport. I only see Hilton getting better game by game by game. This team could be a contender in the end. And, I think Victor has looked sharp in all facets of the game. Offensively, they're moving the ball down the field. They're diversifying what they're doing.
Give us to Bowman. He gets wrapped up and brought down by Casper right at the line of scrimmage.
Victor's look solid. Special teams, defensively, they got people in the right spots. I think Victor can be a contender going down the road, too.
I think the score it's a 3-score game. I think between these two teams, you saw a closer game maybe than the score indicates. And of the 5 touchdowns scored, 4 of them were big plays.
Yeah.
You had the 1 yard push forward from Knapp. Otherwise, it was big play, big play, big play. This was that slugfest we talked about early on. I think the score is maybe a little misleading. Nonetheless, this is a real good Victor football team.
You know, I think things that we've talked about is, are you that team that can establish yourself as a run team? Are you a passing team? But I think Victor did a really nice job of balancing things out today. And I think you're right. The difference was, Victor kind of came up with some of those big plays. And I do believe that helped, make the difference in the game.
Hilton's valiant with a 68-yard touchdown, but you had that Baker 62-yard run. You had that big touchdown pass under pressure from Knapp. And then Benetti's 58-yard touchdown. So we had some big plays in this game, and that proved to be the difference as Victor will come to the line and kneel it one more time. Knapp puts a knee to the turf. We're at 31 seconds here, and I think that'll do it. Both teams now starting their way onto the field. Your final score from Victor will be Victor 28, Hilton 7. Hilton moves to 2-1, Victor to 3-0. These two AA powerhouses. Coach, we've mentioned this a couple different times throughout this game. It's a short season, 6 games. You mentioned the next couple games coming up. Hilton will take on Aquinas. Victor will take on Webster Schrader. It's a short sprint. Only 4 teams get in. What are these two teams going forward next week?
I think these teams face some challenging teams going forward. Again, a great battle. I hope my phone rings again every once in a while. It's like it comes to me Tuesday, I hear nothing, Wednesday, nothing, and all of a sudden, Thursday, I get a text, hey, can I do the game? And I had a lot of fun with you today, Bill. It was a lot of fun.
Right back at you, Coach. This was a heck of a ball game. Good team we made here. Again, a Hilton guy and a Victor guy calling it, I'd like to think, right down the middle. And,
I tried. I do have some Victor blue on here. I tried to wear just my gray stuff to be neutral.
I'm wearing my Hilton red, so I'm right there with you.
It was a lot of fun. Hey, good luck in softball season.
Coach, good luck with the Mod A's.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're having fun. We're getting better every week, I hope. And it's been a pleasure.
Your final score one more time from Victor. The Victor Blue Devils 28, the Hilton Cadets 7. Both teams move on to week 4 next week here in this 6-game sprint on the way to the sectional playoffs. Folks, I want to thank everyone out there watching at home. I want to thank everybody here with cameras and pushing buttons and doing everything to help Coach and I sound good. For everyone at Varsity Media, we want to thank you for checking out the Varsity Media Game of the Week. Good night, everybody.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Greg Murphy. There's you. What a move! And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
Be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.